In this video, we are going to demonstrate how to use the TI-84 graphing calculator to compute the average rate of change from t equals 2 to t equals 4 months for this last part of the problem. In the previous video, we've already explained how to do this by hand. So this is going to show those steps that were stated for the TI-84 calculator. Keep in mind that if you don't have an updated TI-84 calculator, you may not have the shortcut keys that I am going to illustrate in this video. But in the previous video, there were alternate methods explained for TI-83 calculators as well as the non-updated TI-84 calculator. So you could always follow those steps without the shortcut keys. When we turn on our calculator, the first thing we are going to want to do is enter our population function from this problem in y equals. So if we hit y equals, and if we have the shortcut keys, we can hit alpha F1. And when you hit alpha F1, if you see this pop up, this n over d, then that means you have the shortcut keys. And you would hit enter, it would then allow you to enter the rational function in fraction form. So I will enter our function in as 50 plus 25, and then the xt theta n button is the independent variable. It's not going to put a t, it will put an x, but that is going to be our independent variable. I'm going to use the arrow key to enter down to that denominator, 2 plus 0.01, and then also xt theta n. So this will be where our function will be stored. And then I'm going to want to go back to the home screen by hitting second mode, and that y1 function is now stored into your calculator. Now remember, our goal is to find the change in the outputs over the change in the inputs, or the slope of the secant line from t equals 2 to t equals 4. So just to practice a little bit how we can use that function notation here with our shortcut keys, if I wanted to find p of 2, I would go alpha, trace where it says F4, enter for y1, and then use the parenthesis key. Now it's not going to say p of 2, it's going to say y1 of 2. Hit enter, and you get that decimal that was mentioned in the previous video, 49.5 approximately. But the thing is we don't want to round until we have our final answer. So we don't want to take these values and round them until the very end. We don't want to have those intermediate steps rounded. So what I could do is change this to a fraction by going math, frac, it'll say answer, frac, enter, and then you get that 5,000 over 101. If I wanted to find p of 4, again, I would go alpha, trace, because that's going to take you to the shortcut F4, y1, and I did not mean to do that, so let's try that again, alpha, trace, y1, and then parenthesis, we're finding p of 4 here. So y1 of 4, hit enter. Again, use those parenthesis keys. That's your approximated value would be 73.5. If I go math frac, then I could change that to an improper fraction, which is an exact value of 1,250 over 17. And all these values you saw when we were actually working out the problem. This is more of just the calculator demonstration for you. One of the beautiful things about this calculator is that we can do all of this in one step. We could actually find the change in outputs over the change in inputs all in one step using these shortcut keys. So what we're going to do next, I'm just going to go ahead and clear so I have a fresh screen. I'm going to go alpha y equals to change this with the shortcut menu to numerator and denominator. And then I'm going to put in P of 4 minus P of 2 in the numerator and 4 minus 2 in the denominator. So again, to do that, you're going to go alpha F4 parenthesis 4 and then minus alpha F4 parenthesis 2. So that would be your change in the outputs in the numerator. Then I can arrow down to the denominator, 4 minus 2. Once I have all that in, I can hit enter, and that will get me my average rate of change. Now we could round, because this is a final answer, of 12.01 insects per month. We always want to have our units. And then we would write a sentence along the lines of the average rate of change from 2 months to 4 months would be 12.01 insects per month.